What's going on, everybody? Look, I got a haircut, but it's a little greasy because I went the whole day. I don't think I showered yesterday because I'm a lazy ass sometimes, but I think we all feel that way time to time sometimes. Well, actually, here's a really weird thing, right? So I was showering and the fucking nozzle just blew right off. And then I had to go out and buy like Gorilla Glue to like get it back on. So I'm hoping it's not gonna do that shit again and I can shower in peace, basically. Anyway, today's video, guys, is about Diablo 4 again. Ooh, but this time it's a little bit different. This time it's about that shit expansion they just dropped. That pile of crap, you guys. Like, I know you guys are so sick of this shit. It's bad because no Diablo, no Baal, no Mephisto. Why? What are they doing, you guys? Like, why are they making the game so bad? Just add some stuff that makes the game feel good. Why do they keep doing this? The server lag was horrible, not to mention. Just brutal. Brutal lag, brutal server lag. It's a shit game, you guys. Like, I'm so sick and tired of hearing this garbage about, like, how they're gonna fix it. They're not fixing it, you guys. They're milking us every single expansion that comes out. They're milking us a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. How much more can we take as a community here? Looking back at old Diablo 2, how good was that game? Everyone loved it. I mean, there was some complaints, right? Obviously, there's complaints about every game, but way less. Like, the game felt good. It had a good story. I know there's content creators out there that are not putting up with this shit anymore. They're just simply not making content about shitty Diablo 4 story because the lore is so bad on the game. I can't remember who it was, but it was that one guy who posts all the time about the lore. He just made a video and he was fucking pissed, you guys. He's like, I'm having a man-to-man conversation here with you guys. And he was just being brutally honest about how shit the state of the game is, and just, it's unrepairable at this point. Like, we need Blizzard North back, you guys. Like, the old times we had, you don't know how good you have it until it's gone, type of thing, right? Everyone goes through this at some point in their life, but I feel like a collective community is kind of going through it all together, which makes it all the worse. Like, I don't know how to say this, but we had way better back then. Even though the gameplay, like, Diablo 2's gameplay was janky, right? Like, you would run into corners, there was just a long list of shit that was wrong. But then they improved upon that with, like, Diablo 3 and Diablo 4. Like, it was smoother running, smoother this, smoother that, but the gameplay was shit. The spells are way too big and weird, or, like, they just don't feel right. There's just so much wrong with the game that the love and the soul that went into those older titles it's gone, because the love and the soul of the older titles no longer has the souls of the developers who once made it. Those guys are gone. They're long gone onto different shit, because they seen the fall of Blizzard. They seen what was going on. They didn't put up with it. They're like, I'm out of here, you guys. I'm checked out. How many times have you been like, I'm checked out from a job site, or like, I'm checked out from a workplace? I'm sure they felt the same way. And I know once you start losing these core members, you guys, shit's gonna hit the fan. And especially when Activision came in, it showed its ugly face, and we all started to feel it, the consequences of what that had to do with Blizzard. Blizzard, at the time when they did sign that, they sold their souls away. So it's kind of ironic in a way that Diablo has no soul anymore, because they literally gave their soul away to Activision. And it had this rippling effect. It's all suits now, guys. It's all monetization. It's all microtransactions. When you have too many of those, there's a fucking problem. There's a real big fucking problem. Hold on, guys. I'm just driving here. Oh, you idiots. the 5 o'clock traffic. Sorry, boys. Anyway, yeah. There's a big problem with microtransactions. There's just a big problem with Blizzard in general. I mean, a lot of freaking companies are going through this. They all kind of want to feed from the same hands, or like they want to feed the same community over and over with just like their garbage monetization. And like, if everyone is still eating from the same shit slop pile, everyone kind of hates that shit slop pile. Nothing's getting better. Nothing's improving because they're all doing it. They're all feeding us the same feed. They need to change what they're feeding us. You can't catch a fish with certain bait any longer because like there's certain fish out there that just won't eat that bait. So you have to feed the fish accordingly. And they've just been feeding us garbage, bro. Boys, like the shit they've been feeding us is just fucking poison at this point. I know we're all checked out. We don't want this anymore. I understand. What do we do about it? We have to stand up as a community. Like, we have to just make a stand against this shit. Don't buy it. Don't give in. Don't do this. Don't do that. It's the only fucking way. Pandora's box was opened. Pandora's box was opened years ago. And it's been corrupting gaming ever since. Gaming has never been the same. When's the last time you've ever played a fully flushed game? Like a full experience? Baldur's Gate 3. Fucking amazing, right? There are games like Elden Ring. There is like Dark Souls. They don't have those fucking greedy tactics that most of these companies have. Like Diablo Immortal was the most evil thing I've ever seen. And it's funny because it's a Diablo title and it's supposed to be like an evil game, right? No, it was evil in such fucked up ways. More fucked up than I could ever explain to you guys. Like, the evil, like, the game looks so fucking good, right? You would want those items, you would want those gems and stuff, but the absolute fucking paywall behind it made it just puke, dude. Like, you would just be puking in your mouth. You're like, oh my god, like, how are people doing this? How are they supporting this? But then you would have streamers using their streamer money to, like, buy $200,000 worth of, like, I think a dude got up to $500,000. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what it was, right? He got to, like, $500,000, and he bought all the gems, and yeah, oh wow, holy shit, right? And then another one comes out, and it's like $10,000 to $20,000 per gem. And then you got to level up those gems, and then you got to do this, and then you got to do that, and it's like a non-stop cycle. It's like, calm down. Why are these companies doing this? Because they're making money off of us still. That's the fucking problem. If everyone stands up and says, enough's enough, I want a fully fledged fucking game again, they're going to be forced to do that, boys. It's on us at this point. And it's on us to stop giving in so fucking much. I've had this discussion with multiple people, and it's always the same thing, you know? Oh, but, you know, they like to support the company. It's like, no, don't support the company in those ways. You support the company by buying a full package game and enjoying it, and then giving reviews on that game. Good ones. If you have a bunch of shitty reviews on games, on your game especially, it's going to bomb over time. It's the only thing keeping it alive these days is the microtransactions. If you don't have those and you take that element out, that company is going to sink faster than you've ever seen a company sink. It's the truth. It's 100% the truth, and you know what? It's got to happen. These companies need to taste their own medicine for once. We've got to give it to them. We have to stand together, you guys. Enough's enough. I do not want to see another Diablo fucking expansion come out that's garbage. Or I just fuck Diablo 4 at this point. Like, fucking trash that shit. Make Diablo, just make a new fucking game, you guys. Like, make a new one, but don't make the same mistakes. My god. It's gonna take a brand new company. I bet you any money. It's gonna take just a brand new company, and it's usually the smaller ones, right? Because they're not so after things. They're after fame at that point. When a company's after fame, not fortune, they make better products. As soon as a company gets too big, it's like I don't know, if you ever fill up a fucking cup with water and then the water pours out, that's a big company. Like, the water is all pouring out, and now all of a sudden they're making sloppy games. And it's not fun, because once you make a sloppy game, you're gonna make another sloppy game, and then a third fucking sloppy game. And then what happens then is it's just a fucking effect, right? It's a snowball effect. I'm just gonna park here, guys, sorry. Got people looking at me like I'm an idiot. Can't park right. Alright, there we go. Yeah, if you make sloppy games over and over again, it's like you don't know any different. Like, it's just shit after shit. And no one in the company is going to stand up to the CEO who's making like a ton of money. He's going to tell you to get bent and get the fuck out of here. He's going to hire somebody else who's going to bow down to him. They're going to bow down to the CEO, kiss his fucking feet. Do you think that CEO cares? Fuck no, he doesn't. He's got the suits on his side making the decisions for him. You get it? He gets to go on his fucking yacht every weekend, right? He doesn't have to worry. It's no skin off his back if you go, right? Because you raised an opinion to him that he did not accept. It's these companies, you guys. Like, I hate to say it, but I feel like gaming is really dying in a bad way. But it's up to us, and it's up to just smaller companies to just give back to what we actually deserve as gamers, because we haven't had our fill in gaming for a very long time. The last game I played that made me feel somewhat like the older days, like when I was younger, those fully fledged out, full package games, right, was Baldur's Gate 3. And I played it with my cousins. I have a playlist of just whatever I did with them, right, on my channel, but I felt so fucking good not having to worry about microtransactions, having team play, strategies, just all of the above. All the things that make you feel good. It had awesome looking weapons. It had amazing armor, customizable characters, great fucking synergies when you're casting spells. I want to do water on the ground and then put lightning on it. Wow, it had a great effect. And now the battlefield is kind of wiped out because of you guys. Or you're really hurt, right? You got attacked by the boss. You got a string of health left. You know what? It's okay. You got the fucking cleric on top of that shit. He's healing you with like a level fucking 6 healing spell. Boom, your health is back. Dude, that feels great. But then you got Diablo, right? Oh, I'm gonna cast one necromancer spell and all my health is back. Oh my god, yeah. Dude, that's boring. Like, why? That is so lame. I get it, like Diablo 2 had its like lifesteal, lifesteal barbarian, you'd spin to win. But you would have to hit multiple targets. Like with the necromancer, you just hit like one fucking guy and it's like, oh, my health is back. Wow. It's just fucking boring. And like the whole level scaling too, man. Don't even get me started. Shit kills games. I told my buddy, I'm like, you know what? This shit is fucking killing the game. Like 100%. Like, it's just killing the game. He goes, oh, I don't see the problem. I'm like, no, the problem's there. I don't think he actually said that. I think he's like, oh, I think you're right. I think that's what he did say. He's like, oh, you're right. It doesn't feel good because the level scaling, shouldn't be this way. You should be able to go back and kill monsters where you've leveled up now, and you can just go back and smoke them and just, get gear. You can start to really grind out those items that you're looking for. Because there's lower tier items, of course, right? You want to just go easily kill that shit. Just easily do it. But the problem is, when you have level scaling, it's always your level. Like, if I'm level 10, that shit's level 10. If I'm level 11, it's level 11. It's fucking boring, dude. Like, I like to go to, the end game and be like, wow, this shit's a little tougher than I am. Or if I go back to the mid game and I'm level 80, I can fucking smoke that shit, and it feels good. Anyway, guys, I'm really disappointed in Diablo 4. That expansion is just disgusting. it's not what anyone wants. Like, I'm sorry. The game is too far gone. We all know it. We all feel it. The only way this shit will change is just don't count on Blizzard anymore. I'm sorry. Just don't fucking count on them. We need a new company. Or if Blizzard really fucking just smartened up, they're just like, fuck, you know, we screwed up really hard. We need to just go back to the brass roots. Really start to understand. But they're not. They're not going to do that. Like, there's no money in that, right? They just want to make their micros. They just want to do shit, right? I don't fucking know. All right, guys, you tell me down in the comments below what you guys feel and what you guys think. And yeah, let's stir up the shit pot here. All right, guys, take care.